the results mostly were pretty good. That they did get wiped against Vitality and Na'Vi, fine, like you can expect that, but against the rest of the competition, they were doing pretty well on it. So I don't think they're going to be too upset with this, especially when you've got a good, reliable anchor in Jimmy, where you've got Kixan that can call a good game. We can just get straight into the action, and we can see where Aurora are at on Inferno. We can start the battle here. Single elimination, every map counts. And Echo, this would be a huge upset if they get able to pull this off.
Yeah, Kixan and Falcons, I mean, Inferno was one of their go-tos more often than not. So he's definitely going to have a lot of comfort calling the T side when they get around to that. We've got a triple setup here on B. Santares just holding half full, but not going to be given that peak. Interesting. Is he meant to be holding the smoke here? That feels like a flash lineup. Yeah, okay. Soften that one around. Here comes the util. The response come out from Aurora. The smoke will be dribbled forward, and then Santares tapping away. Two plays on the site. When's that flash coming for them to play off? There it is, Santares. There he is. That is phenomenal. A quad kill from Santares to get things going. Not quite the ace, but you'll take it.
What a flashbang. Thank God he dropped the smoke before then. I mean, brilliant flash from Kixan. Santares just gets 2 freebies of players cowering in the corner. And I love the target selection. He deals with the players that are playing anti-flash first, tucking, hiding against the wall, and then goes back to deal with the players that are still blinded, still wearing away the effects of that flashbang. Beautiful stuff out of Santares. And that's the individual form we know and love from him. That was looking scary. I love the pace out of Echo hitting that pistol, especially because they got the opening kill. Unfortunately, the one player they didn't kill was Santares. Look at Wakadia as well. He's just taken all of Banana with Kixan. Full eco, of course, for Echo. And Leaks. Let's go try and get a time in. Wakadia would love some money. And he'll find it. At least one. Get out of dodge pretty quick. Meanwhile, in Boiler, Boy is just dead. And that should be that.
Like smoke a lot, right? It's kind of dispensed to look like a regular top bottom banana smoke, but it's still a little bit more to the right, so it lands at the top of stairs so that you can, as we saw for Wakadia, to step around it. Really nice sequence to keep the Glocks honest and get some MP9 frags through. And a fantastic start for Aurora into Inferno. We'll get the Walczaki AWP immediately. He's not seen anything yet. 0-0. He's rewarded by all of the SMG frags. You might not be anticipating that all into this round.
No, but if you go B, it's fine because he's not there. Triple layering it into the short early. Try and get that boost up as well, potentially. Cadio. Getting close. This volley. Flashbang around the corner. But there are 2 players here. Kixan's MP9 tears through Iceberg and Nikki B. And that's going to send Echo scrambling. Potentially into this triple short setup.
This glue with the spider. It's cool as hell. But for Boy, this might be a disaster. He's seen that boost. I'm actually going to dismantle it, but there's Santares. Can't easily avoid him. Leaks will catch the timing. Great kill. Can they get anything more from this? The AWP now trained on his position. Jim Fat walks in. Yorp hits the leg shot, but there's Jimmy. Gets his. Leaks. We'll remove that AWP. Can he isolate Jim Fat? Not quite. Tilburet is in the back pocket. Come out. Orp is scooped up, and it's a couple of frags from Leaks, but otherwise, round goes wanting.
Yeah, got to give a lot of credit here already early to Aurora and their CT positioning. It's been very flexible. Obviously, Pistol started with 3 players on B. Last round, that they had a deep take in Banana. And then in this round, you've got the triple short setup with players just playing close to half wall. And this was a big compliment we were giving them, I think, against K27 on Mirage, with how versatile their defense was. Thank you, as always, to Lorgar. They are the official PCs. They're going to be used at the main event at StarSeries. www.lorgar.com. You want to use the same machinery as the pros. And spam. Ooh. Okay, gets rewarded with a kill, but traded immediately by Nikki B.
There is this hero AK for Leaks, and now you've maybe given another one over, but Katie's going to try and stay active, and that costs him. They're going to be able to scale into this bomb site. Antares will arrive, spam a little bit too late to do the damage on that first cross, and now this rifle's in the hands of every single T player. No utility at all, but there is armor. Iceberg looks to take the initiative, couldn't quite catch out Antares. They do want to fight this. They know that without the utility, they need to be the ones that take the fights, but look who you're up against. And Leaks begins to quake, takes a step backwards. Antares slowly edging forward. EB to take the fight and had a good chance, and still does. Makes the double, then Leaks turns, and between the two of them, they shut down this retake.
Yeah, well done. That's exactly what you had to do. And just, you bang on the money, Lucy. Like, you don't have any utilities, you've got to take the fight forward. You need space off of the bomb site, because if you just stay and try to establish a crossfire, you're going to get undone by the mollies, by the nades. So instead, you just take the fight straight to Aurora. And I love the fact that it's like, oh, that's Antares there? That's fine. We'll just fight into CT instead. Great work out of both of them. Leaks then turns on the swivel, still with Antares. And out of nothing, Echo are able to take a Tech 9 round away. Stake odds still heavily favor Aurora, which makes sense. But maybe it's just a round where you go, okay, look, remember us. Antares starts banana. Gets naded massively and dealt with by Nikki B.
Let's keep going. Maybe that's a bit too much. Get removed. Smoke lands. Very active Aurora and banana. Iceberg. Not gonna happen. This guy loves walking through a smoke. That's one thing about Iceberg, is he's gonna walk through smokes. I remember watching, was it on Ancient, where I just kept walking out through a CT,
yeah.
an elbow, sorry, in mid. Sometimes it works, sometimes it looks very silly.
Oh, timing. Oh, timing's really good for Boy, but now he's running, and Wicadia knows. Off angle, claims Boy. I like this flash forward, but it's not actually to peek, it's to tuck in, but Salazar now knows. Walczaki will drop a counter, but it's Salazar to get the kill. 3 versus 2, at least there's money made. It sounds on this flank as well. Still going to be tricky here for Echo. Salazar's thinking about going on another adventure. Maybe try and catch Walczaki, get a little bit off guard. And steps Kixan. They haven't got the most amount of time to do this unless there's a kit on site. Salazar continues to try and take the fight. Kixan should get this kill immediately. And now they need just to oust Leaks. The spray, very good. Never mind, maybe it's a little bit more direct than that. Leaks can just waste time. He's on 1 HP, and it doesn't matter. Headshot collected. Leaks holds true, and Echo win back-to-back rounds on B.
Yeah, 1 HP and 1 bullet. What a machine, Leaks. He's been in insane form under this Echo banner, but that is something special. That's back-to-back rounds here over on B that Leaks has provided the outlet. Somewhat ironic. 1 HP and just the single tap. He only had 2 bullets. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And for Aurora, I mean, that's going to reset their money, which is very rough. And they might need to rethink their approach in Banana, because right now, the forward stance with single players, that's being called out by Echo. They're acknowledging, all right, we just need to win this one duel, and we can just scale.
What a bailout. And that's the Leaks. Tier 2 enjoyers. Know and love. That output has always been there. Been a little bit missing, I'd argue, in the last month and a half. But if he delivers against Aurora, then, hey, all is forgiven. This 4 spy feels horrible. for the CTs. Because you were in complete control, then you got undone by Tech9s. The follow-through connects. This is a great call. Just a simple pop out of the apartments. 4 players are here. But yet again, you got to question the weaponry. Just SMGs, a scout on Walczaki as well. No one's directly looking at the balcony pop.
That goes for the shot, and they just fly around the corner.
Uh-oh.
Oh, that nade doesn't help things out. Walczaki, you're in trouble. They've spotted him, and they just run him down. This Force Spike does get undone, at least for a moment. Jimfat's found an AK off that kill. Pressure's still applied. And he does some serious damage. Is there a better gun yet? AWP and AWP. I think that's time to leave. Take these into the next round. It's far more valuable than throwing them away.
Yeah, if I think if Jimfat doesn't get naded there in short as he steps out from Boiler, then they will give it a go. But instead, you're right. Like this is way more valuable down the line. This is invested into the future for Aurora. And Iceberg recognizes that actually they could be saving right now, so he just wants to try and clear out everything. Unfortunately for him, they are all the way deep. Suddenly he knows about it. Basically, everyone dies for Echo, but it really isn't the end of the world. 4K on everyone. You get AKs. It's completely fine. And to be honest, the investment around these save weapons is going to be non-existent here for the CTs. Damn, nice shot on the jumping player.
That's pretty good. You're literally looking at this with some armor with pistols. Grady doesn't give it to Walczaki.
Based.
It's kind of crazy. Okay,
Boost
he can just
me,
get
Walczaki.
it. Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
Boy, uh-oh. Boy's gonna walk through. Yeah.
Well, hate to see that. No boost to safety there.
This one's done pretty quick.
I think you let Xantares go and have a look to see if he can go on a rescue mission for that orb. It's going to be borderline impossible, but Kicksan's got all the util. Obviously, Jimfat's got the AK. They're already hunted. Okay, maybe don't do this.
Yeah, at least if you keep the armor, you know, that's less you have to invest into the next round. Especially because Xantares does have the least amount of money. So I'll just hold on to what they've got here. They're a great sequence of rounds coming out from Echo. They're really on a roll. It's now 4 in a row that they've managed to put together. So 2 of those come a little bit easier thanks to the economy.
Terrorists win.
Confirmation as well. HOTU have beaten Infinite 2-0. So Infinite, unfortunately, eliminated from the play-in after making it out the groups, after beating Nemesis. They got schooled pretty decisively on Anubis.
Yeah, HOTU are pretty good. Like, the teams that they have been beating lately, they have such a good rap sheet.
So they wait for the winner of this game. So whoever wins this plays HOTU.
Yeah, honestly, Aurora, if you get past Echo, I don't think HOTU are easier. Like, that's tough.
No, they're not.
Nice got the opening pick. Salazar, has he got a chance here? Flashbang, so good. And then the swing, oh, it's so clean. Iceberg does get something back. Be happy with this hole. A 4-on-2. You know Iceberg's here. Leaks is going to come over. All these kills coming through in the first 30 seconds. A boost up. Oh, that was a chance, but immediately dispatched. Now you know that final player is here in Banana, and oh, a little bit of a kiss in the smoke. Iceberg doesn't even get out of it. He realizes his position. Muzzle flare showing in the grey. That one's fast, and Aurora will be happy to take it.
There we go. Kixan and Walczaki will have a little fist bump. There was a moment earlier where Kixan's like holding his hand out, and Walczaki hasn't seen him, and Ash had to walk over and fist bump Kixan. Much better round. Clean as well, which is something you definitely want to see. Walczaki discussing where his next peak's going to be. Or maybe something a little bit deeper as he takes his headset off. I'll tell you what, I do love games like this, and I'm really grateful we still have like GSL group qualifiers like this, because it gives every sort of like tier 2 team an opportunity to show their worth. And there's a lot of people who will just watch like tier 1 events, obviously the best teams, that's fine. And then you see these events and you follow your favorite teams, you're like, oh, I've never heard of these players. Like it's gonna be easy. And then the tier 2 team shows up and they put up a really competitive performance, and it makes me feel happy, because they're obviously like within our line of work, we do watch a lot of tier 2 Counter-Strike. Like that's where like we're molded, and it's really lovely to see that the skill difference when it comes to an individual level is fairly close. Obviously, you got some outliers like Donk and the rest, but when you see like this, for example, Aurora, a fresh new team, but still notable name value, like Xantares, Walczaki, and the scoreline's even, it makes me happy.
Yeah, I like the Echo have come into this. You know, they're playing their own game. You know, they're not showing fear to Aurora and the sort of fight that they can bring. Like Echo are getting up in their grill. We're seeing some real brawls. This is a very exciting Inferno. Like this tech pause has almost been longer than the first 8 rounds. Like this is an action-packed start to a map that can often be a bit dry. And it's because Echo aren't afraid to take these engagements, to fight with Aurora. And that's paid off for them with these rounds on B where they have been able to break through.
I think it's more come just from explosive plays out of Echo. Trying to catch Aurora off early if Aurora haven't really been ready for those fights, especially over in Banana. This one was a lot cleaner because you've got a bonus player over there. Round reset. And again. Which typically means we're good to go. And there we have it. What happens to your camera?
Try and wipe it and smudged it. Boy is the 3rd highest rated player of this qualifier. He's got a 1.42 rating across 6 maps.
Damn.
It's actually kind of remarkable. I didn't realize just the average output he was putting up. Very impressive.
He is not that guy on this team, so that is really impressive.
No. Only Leaks is that guy. He's off to a great start, of course. Delivering some huge impact. Those are huge nades. Goes both ways, and that spam almost takes out Nikki B. They are really happy to stay close, even with the HP damaged. It's because Antares now moves over to help out a nade. Throw it right down in towards tree. You've got a guaranteed kill, Antares. You just need to let that nade fly. Is it going to do it? Oh, it's not. It's kind of right into the middle rather than deep.
Meanwhile, Walczaki gets smoked off, so he'll have to drop the incendiary. That pushes Boy forward, leaves Iceberg back. Ixan on low HP is just going to tuck himself behind the cold zero box. Walczaki looking to take contact. Actually looking over towards apartments. So long and short are both somewhat open. They're going to smoke Moto to take even more deep space. They're going to walk through it. This is devious. And you're never expecting this at all. Walczaki, oh, dead, dealt with. Kicksan only able to find one, and then Jimmy just gets overwhelmed by the numbers. Beautiful mid-round. And that's vintage Iceberg. Hey, boys, let's all walk through a smoke together.
Yeah, it's instantaneous as well, like the contact coming through. It's a little bit earlier from apartments, just to draw that attention a bit over. have you kind of worried about this short apps play and then the walkthrough from long? Lovely stuff, and the low HP player ends up walking out fine. Xantares left to hold on to this AK. Money is okay for the most part. Wouldn't mind if we could get Walczaki on some more aggressive lines early. It's like a lot of time he's been relegated to playing tight angles or smoked off.
The issue is he can't peek banana because he's just going to get naded to bits. Double apartments could work, but again, that relies a lot on Echo going into apps. Nice nade down the bottom of banana here for Aurora. And this time, no nades. Finally, one flies in, and that does a lot of damage to both Walczaki and Nikki B. It feels like Echo just want to take the space immediately in top brackets. The biggest issue right now is if you get contact, you've also got to get the bomb. There's that double app setup I was speaking about. Leaks is lurking. It all depends how long they hold this for.
Yeah, a bit more passive in banana this round. And still holding on to quite a lot of block util. Echo do want to just commit into this. It's tricky for them. Feels like they're just going to fake it out and leave. Bomb's already over towards A. Aurora ready, really reinforcing B. Iceberg, he's going to walk through the smoke. Is he going to try and walk into CT? There's no way he's gotten away with this. How's no one, is there really an avenue here? I can't believe he's just done this. Now he's just going to lock these two players in. Jimmy and Walczaki, they need to hold on this side. Walczaki, he's already stepped up. Jim Fat falls. Walczaki tries to dodge a flash, but it's just the swing out. Iceberg's arrived. Walczaki and Kickstand had to reroute. Bomb gets planted with seconds to spare. And then Walczaki gets plucked. Kickstand feeling like he's got no say in the round.
This is a really cool round for Echo, and it actually dictates a lot on what Salazar gets when it comes to information. If you notice, for the majority of this round, guys, Salazar is just holding top bracket, and he's just peeking in towards short. And he doesn't see anything. Aurora never investigate top brackets. They had this double apartment set up, then they left. Then you get that rotate over towards B. You see all the block utility. This round was never going B. Like, they were never going B from the outset. If there was a peak, if there was a swing out of Aurora, then you would go into B if you're Echo. But no, Salazar says they have no idea. They have no info in top bracket. We can just pop A. They're going to be cheating rotates to B. They're going to think it's B if you just put pressure on. That's exactly what happens. Rotate gets caught. Notice how Xantares has already got his knife out. He's not going to be expecting Iceberg, sure, but they're panicky. They're jumping. That's all because they have no info in top brackets.
I'm just surprised that Iceberg had that, like that there was enough room for him to walk between those smokes. I really thought Katie was going to catch him there. That's one of the downsides of dropping a closer smoke. Echo now favored by Stake to win out Inferno. This T side looking very good. Iceberg's gone onto the Mac 10. This might be an apps pop from the looks of things.
Oh, odds are now favouring Echo to take Inferno. Apps pop. Well, time for Walczaki. Gets over. Oh, but he can't win out the fight. Jimmy steps in, but again, only a 1-for-1 trade. Xantares left completely alone. Has to do the damage. Angle good. kill not being found. Electric out of Echo. Surely their 7th round here on this T side. And Salazar gets clipped a little bit, and actually, look at his head ripped off. Kixan, bro, what are we doing here? Because Wacadia's trying to get all the kills. Nice shot out of Leaks. And I guess Kixan is going to try and save all this utility. He never wanted to go, but Wacadia did.
I think Wacadia was just seeing what he could get. I think if he gets that kill on Leaks, Kixan starts running over. What a turn from Leaks. What a round from him. Just the trades at every avenue. Perfect time for the apps pop to be called when there's been so much focus on aggressive B play. Yeah, all right, well, we'll just run it up through apps. They try and go for a forward setup. And that gets undone by the MAC-10. This off is going very well for Echo. This is after Aurora started 3-0 up.
The gun rounds have just been direct, and the call-in has been almost instinctual as well from Echo. Great trades in towards the apartments here. Kixan 13 and 5. Yeah, it hasn't felt like he's had the impact of 13 kills. Boost up for Wacadia. Trying to see into Banana. They're running the same round back. Oh, committed. In towards Apps. Opening kill found by Wacadia. Jimmy, though's got to be careful. This MAC-10 creeps in close. Will be dealt with. Spray hell for, but only one kill. Walczaki steps in with that FAMAS. Yet again, the trades are immaculate, but this time it goes a lot better for Aurora. It's just Salazar. He races to try and deal with Zantares. He can't get the winning fight. So at least Aurora will have 5 as they head into the T half.
Literally making something out of nothing. Then feel me? I'm glad to be in that position because everything is broken.
Every time I elevated something to celebrate. John Jones, I went to heavyweight on these featherweights, but I ain't backing down. I'ma take the weight up another plate. Lean at the crumbs, that's how you eat, let me demonstrate. Decade in the game, I ain't lost a step, I just up the pace. Watch them up the pay, I put in the reps and pick up the chase. Then it up the balance, but we ain't even no miles away. It ain't just a talent, I took the challenge and walked the craze. Fell a couple times, but I got back up with some saving grace. Definitely leader, a pastor still need a preacher. Talk to me when I'm shallow, lend a lens to see deeper, closer in to see higher up. That's too much for the speakers, but ain't much for the thinkers. Clouded, I rush to the lower end to see what's in the deeper. Found a message to send itself, we're much younger and eager. Keep your youth and maintain your health, cause the future is trouble. But you made for the struggle, and you born with the hustle. Any imagery less than greatness, erase it and double down on your first mind. I come from the worst kind, made life before I found shine. No chain, it was all grind. I'm him and they wanna dim, but my lumen's way off the chart. I'm human, I can't admit, but my spirit up with the stars. I'm clear as I ever been. This feeling won't never end. They watching, I notice.
First outing of Aurora on Inferno with the new look, and started okay, but Echo building a very solid haul on that T side. Aurora at least getting that final round, keeps it out of contention. It's going to need to be a good T side to contend with Echo.
Look at this.
Look at this. They're all just waiting for the contact, and then they'll rotate en masse.
All right, let's go B. This is brilliant. Oh, I love it. Zantares, though. He got a quad kill. And the first round of play here on Inferno has already lit up the server with 2 quick kills. He's hoping for more. Walczaki full blind. Gets rid of boy Nicky B now through the smoke. Able to find a double of his own. Looking and hoping for more. How on earth is he alive? Keeps trying to fight. Keeps trying to hunt. Salazar's now racing through with him. And maybe they aren't ready for Salazar. They certainly weren't ready for Nicky B. Through the banana smoke. Goes Salazar. Hoping for another opportunity. The double swing comes in. It's Zantares the savior again. But Echo make it incredibly tricky.
Yeah, both pistols coming off of Zantares. Multi-kill. Just holding the angle. And that's always a mistake against Zantares. You'll be ready for any single position you're just going to be standing still at. Great headshots, just ripping them off. The second kill was sublime. Nice try from Nicky B, trying to do Zantares' trick back to him. Almost came down to the 1v1, but I think Walczaki would have got the trade. Between 2 of them, they got all 5. full eco comes out from Echo. We will be tied up in a moment.
Wait. Yeah, we will.
Yeah, we will. It's fine. Harris is not here to mess around. And on the T side, he might just run at you.
Oh, Salazar, please, mate. You're not going to find anything on that angle. He'll try and walk through. I don't hate it, but Antares, he's holding. So now we're tied up, but the gun rounds were where Echo did their best work. And sure, they're not the ones that are putting on the pressure now. Tempo should be set here by the T side. Doesn't mean you can't get active. Doesn't mean that you can't fight Banana. Iceberg loves a rundown Banana. He loves his team doing it.
3 players start B. With a whole host of utility, so I'm expecting this. The smoke thrown out by Salazar towards bottom Banana, and they're just going to exert their influence to get this control. But it's just a bunch of extra util dropped over. Leaks comes back with an empty pocket. Aurora, they're not really interested in B, at least not at this stage.
Santaros might be. This is good active play out of Boy. In health for double swing though. Oh, means that Leaks can get in on the act. That works out favorably. Right now here for Echo. Nate does a little onto Zantares. He'll go back and get the bomb. With the space you've got in top brackets, this is surely going A. And they recognize it. Nicky B's going to rotate over. Leaks on low HP, starts to push to try and gain some info. How far do they go? This is great patience right now out of Aurora. They're expecting this. Leaks around the corner. Salazar, though, with the swing. They were ready for 1, but not ready for 3. And Salazar claims out everyone.
Really nice watching the way Echo approached these information plays, right? We got to see it twice in that round. The pushing towards short. But you have one player just wide swing to draw the fire. Leaks comes through with the multi. And they do basically the inverse of that, where the first player just kind of steps into the angle, but then Salazar just wide swings. And again, it just throws you completely off. And if he hadn't got the multi, he had support by his side. Really nice play off each other. We're our favoured, ever so slightly, to take Inferno.
That must have been when they equalised. I don't know. I don't know if I back them yet. Echo are showing a really good shape on Inferno. It's going to be an apps pop. So Kixan is going to try and call this iceberg pop. Oh, his well-timed smoke is brilliant. And how about that nade as well? Everything is timed to perfection right now for Echo.
I call it off. Good call with the setup from Echo. Leaks in sight and then Boy towards Mini. That would have just undone the apps pop really rapidly. Gonna search out long. Salazar's just here with an incendiary he's gonna throw if they do take the contact, but Santares might just rip his head off. Okay, Salazar's seen enough. He's calling for the flash. There it is, and it's perfect. Walczaki tries to step in, doesn't work out. Pressure in from the apartments, but it's a Mach 10 putting that on. They are gonna start wrapping. Santares has taken that space back. Boy, holding the slither angle, just taps him away from long range, and he's still got 2 players inside to unravel. There goes one, but are you ready for Leaks? The jump around, and Jim Fat, he's done it all by himself.
Beautiful. And look, you don't expect Jim Fat to get all of those kills there, but it is a monstrous moment from him. It always felt like there were going to be trades there, though, for the T side, just because of the squeeze that was being applied. I love the fact that they re-walk back in towards long. And sure, Zantares gets punished, but it just gives more space for those short players. Jimfat does everything and more in that round, and the M4 at the back of the site, you can understand why. He wanted to spam, he wanted to try and take attention if he can even catch a player before they go into the mini pit angle. That would have been ideal. Oh, Jimfat just not done. Iceberg will eventually flush him out, but losing these rifles is detrimental.
Great round from Jimfat. That really looked like it was going to be disastrous with that triple setup. But the way they take each of the fights is perfection. And it's so hard for Leaks in that position to actually find anything. It's a real slither angle. And the movement past his line is too tricky to handle. So Aurora should be stepping up to 9 here. This is not a lot that Echo have to contest with. And the most significant investment has just been dropped.
That's a deal.
Antares on a 2.0 KD, not too bad. A little bit better than that, in fact.
Wow.
Is it equal?
Well, that's round. Yeah, one thing you don't want to do, Echo, is anger Antares. Like a deity. Now, you've done it. You've made him mad. 20 kills deep in a 16-round game. I'll tell you what, that would be ever more impressive if they're able to convert this Inferno. Currently, they are just giving Jimmy 3 kills. Boy, he dropped that deagle already to one of his teammates, so he's only holding on to an AK now. Which isn't a bad scoop, considering he didn't really invest anything into this. But it will be Aurora stepping into the lead. They've won 4 rounds on this T side already.
Yeah, imagine playing the CD side quite frustrating for Antares, Walczaki. Because, like, I mean, I have the same... the problem I have with this map, and then I think a lot of people do, is on the CT side you feel very constrained. Because of how separated A and B are. Like, if something bad happens on the other side of the map, you're kind of counted out of everything. Like, there's not too much you can do. And oftentimes, bad things that happen on the map, you know, you have no control over the outcome. So it's a real tricky map like that. And if you're someone that just wants to go shoot people, that really stings.
Oh, those nades just went a little bit deeper. But the molly is going to push Salazar in. Straight into the waiting arms of Antares. Beautiful bit of util for Aurora. Iceberg tries to slide in. Just standing in front of this smoke and has got reinforcements. Nice find. Arcadia starts spamming and Iceberg just lays down lead the other way. This is a beautiful little off angle as well from Boy. They've got a lot of info here, and yet Leaks has rotated back.
Well, Iceberg, what you got? You've been given the util to keep this blocked. They're just going to commit through. Flashbang is perfect. Iceberg, nothing he can do to stop them entering.
They've got no util themselves, though. Antares needs to just drop a re-smoke in towards CT pretty immediately. One could be planted, but there's a lot of utility here for Echo to work with.
There's that re-smoke. One onto Banana. Molly being set up by Boy. That's destined for dark, but Kicksands up on top at the moment with that MAC-10. A tricky position to deal with. Lands right in that corner. Kicksand can't get anything done in that position. Antares looking for the timing to strike. Finds it. First kill comes to him. Iceberg creeping forward. Antares ready for that fight now. Nikki B rounds on him, and that is far too much to ask. Antares is impossible to deal with. Cage in the corner, and he fights his way out.
Would you say that that is Antares having a Leaks moment, or in the first half did Leaks have a Antares moment? That is absolutely superb out of Antares. He will not give up this map. without a fight. He gets the opener, and then he gets the closer. That's a really difficult post plant to hold on to if you're Aurora. You've got no utility. You've got no space. You've caged an animal. He's unleashed himself. Limited to no money. Xantares, of course, it's his molly to burn a live iceberg. Yimfat will follow through on towards Leaks. 4v3. Boy will catch him. So now you have to go into this B-bomb site. That means getting past Nicky B on the off angle with the MP9.
Xantares surely gets this trade. No.
Out of ammo.
Of ammo, and they do get in. Walczak's low. He has to plant the bomb. There's more utility to throw out. Just a little uncomfortable at someone charging through. Smoke goes down. Walczak waits for the swing. Feels like it's coming, but bomb is allowed to be planted. Walczak scopes in. Surely that's been heard. I just feel like they're going to wide swing in, but he's able to find that first fight. Xantares looking banana, seeing nothing, but he goes down. It's on the Walczak this time, and there's that drive-by. Salazar doesn't stop moving. And Echo fight one back.
That's weird comms out of Walczak and Xantares, because Walczak's taken the peak. He's seen another player there as he's got the kill, and Xantares thinks he's got the line. That's the difficulty there. Xantares thinks that Walczak is holding that cross back over, but he didn't. He tucked in the corner. Xantares is just a sitting duck. You'll see it from Salazar's POV probably, but that is a round you should never be losing. If you're Aurora, that's one of those blunders that potentially, can be difficult. Really massive miscommunication there between the two veterans of Aurora.
Monica giving away 8 ATK mice. From Banner for all the details to get involved with that. Boy has a peek. How much he saw there, but the util certainly tells a tale. Salazar with this free AWP from the prior round. Xantares might give him the fight. Iceberg actually looks to step forward. It's battle for Banana. So putting a bit more into it this time around.
Yeah, that's a good point. Like they've not been as active on Banana as I would expect them to be. I suppose they haven't really needed to. Like the block utility's been good. Like the crossfires have still done a lot of damage to Aurora. They've not really changed that up. Flashbang forward, top brackets established. And now a potential walk through this long smoke. Leaks. Oh wow, just deals a kicksan immediately. Just a random spam. Is there going to be a flashbang over here? There is, and they're through. Timing, not great for Leaks. A nade going back the other way. That softens up Xantares. And they're looking to wrap. Xantares on the angle dealt with by Nicky B. That allows Boy to step in. There are so many trades going on, but it is Boy anchoring down from this pit position. And Walczak can't do a whole lot. This crossfire is so tough to break. It's going to be Nicky B to lock things in. What a great rounder from him and Boy.
Such high-octane Counter-Strike on Inferno. I'm absolutely loving it. Turning to push through that smoke. The spam out. That was the bomb dropped as well during that. So it's confirmation. There's going to be more action here. Lucky spam from Leaks. If he doesn't get more from it. It's always going to be tough just to wrap out from long and apps can't connect with you. Dead even. The stay cards. It's so yo-yo back and forth at the moment. This round's a hero AK for Xantares. Walczak on the Galil. And aggression coming out. Going to be punished. Walczak does get the frag back. Timmy can actually get in. No armor, even if he does get to that rifle. Great nade. Xantares still has full HP.
Oh, Iceberg, I don't like this. This is like the worst timing in the round for you to be doing this, because if you get caught, that's the way into B. Xantares will find him. The thing is, you don't expect one player solo B to be making that push by himself. Aurora still contemplates it. Salazar moves over on the angle. The timing feels great for Xantares. What a swing. Salazar stood no chance. I love that we get that from his POV. An iceberg might have just given Aurora the way to win this map.
Just an unnecessary push, a staple from Iceberg in many times, right? He'll often try and be that guy. This time, him getting caught just sends things into an avalanche. Salazar tries to take a wide angle, and the timing of it could not be worse. This was not a round for Aurora to win. It was a hero AK, and then that Galil. Both finding their mark, but Xantares, with all the credit, he's almost up to 30 frags.
Terrorists win.
He is a one-man army at the moment.
Oh, Iceberg. As soon as I saw that push, I just thought to myself, this is going to go wrong, isn't it? Oh, dear. So Aurora opened the door for Echo after they lost that MP9 and 5-7 round. Now Iceberg walks back out of it. Echo have not used a single timeout so far in this map. Aurora will use theirs. Ash's final chance to get on the microphone, unless a tactical pause is now called by Echo. Two rounds is all Aurora need. This game is stressful.
Just eats HE. Xantares does spot him out. And Walczaki goes for the search. Can't utility that won't upset him. He's over the top, and a scary spot to be if you are Echo. Xantares is fear incarnate. And the frags keep on coming all across the map. 12 for Aurora, map point. And it's in the blink of an eye.
Let's be real. If Xantares wasn't delivering this output, this game would have been over by now. Echo would have won Inferno. I think Kixan has 1 kill all T side. That's not to throw shade on him. It's just the reality of the situation. Jimfat will find leaks. No money for Echo, really. They're going to have Famises, MP9s. Even a double swing. Still not enough to best Xantares.
At that angle as well, on top of the barrels. Perfect anti-flash. Get absolutely owned.
Look at this buy.
Good nade. Does soften up for these lesser weapons to do their work.
Didn't do it onto Xantares, though, did it? Look how active he is.
Same spot. Expecting the same sort of play. Trying to dodge the util. Counter util is great, though.
Massive nade as well. Onto Nicky B. Look at him go. He's just so hungry. Good angle from Boy. Walczaki might just walk onto it, but if he scopes on the angle, he's going to get rewarded. Nice. Good adjustment out of Walczaki. Only 20 damage inflicted. Remember, he was naded down to 50 as that round started. Zantares now waiting for a reaction in Banana. Nikki B will give it to him, but of course, it's Kickstand that falls and not the Beast.
30
now
kills.
Echo. Stare right into it. Nice. Oh, damage from Salazar, but no kill converted. They have been chewed up and swallowed by one man. And this retake, whilst there are low HP players, it feels increasingly and increasingly more unlikely. Finally, the Beast is slain. But there's no kit, unless they've got one on site. There's no hope, as they can't get by Walczaki in towards the pit. And whilst Leaks has been good, crafting this one together feels undeniable. He'll jiggle. He'll go straight into Aurora. And they turn this around, courtesy of Zantares.
Absolutely absurd. We know what Zantares is capable of, but this was something else. 30 kills, I think 11 deaths because of that final.
A long road back in for Echo, but they've got the means to do it. Look, Leaks played a brilliant game. I was impressed with Nikki B and Boy as well throughout. I thought their holds for the majority when Aurora did go A were pretty solid. Just that B bomb site really let them down. Now, for Echo, they elect to actually start on that CT side, which is an interesting decision.
I wouldn't do that.
I wouldn't do that either.
No one's Zantares just destroyed you. Why's he got dual Berettas on the T side? That's crazy. I don't know if you ever really see that. PT50, yeah. Tech 9, sure. Dual Berettas? What an anomaly.
Goalies. Okay.
Well, he had them, I guess, holding top mid in case they got aggressive, but that's not the play. It's going to be directed towards B. Salazar, here's still Berettas. They arrive and they do some damage, trying to force through the smoke, and it's straight into a brick wall. That counter utility, perfection. Salazar just firing off rapidly. Whoa, flew around the corner there. Good boy. Yeah, they want to get this one done and dusted. The dual Berettas take 5.
Yeah, that flashbang was too deep to affect the close corner. And entry pathing a little bit skewed just because of the way that smoke landed for Echo. So a lot of disruptive utility. Working out really well there for Echo. And Salazar baited in perfectly. They needed that. They needed a mood settler. Did Echo pistols. Have been hard to come by here in this series so far. So making that one happen and not getting the bomb down. Aurora forced into this eco. Iceberg just walks a smoke, as he so often does, but this time not punished.
Nikki B should be able to get some MP9 action. Or maybe they don't want to feed that beast. Oh! I like Rocket's angle adoption there to catch out him, try to drop through the window. Alright, see if we can get one more. I don't feel like decent value. Especially for Walczaki if we can come on that MP9. But I get the feeling getting past Salazar will be tricky. Let's Kickstand just swing this angle and Walczaki try and trade off. There it is. Jump over and controlled by Salazar. So only the one casualty. It's a good start for Echo.
Yeah, look, you only lost an MP9, and sure, the MP9 didn't really make much money, so if anything, that's a bonus for Aurora as well, but also a bonus for Echo, because now an MP9 can just turn into an M4. Yeah, you lost every player to rifles. Best case scenario. AK's all in. Thank you as always to Lorgar. They provide the official PCs for the main event here at StarSeries. www.lorgar.com as Iceberg starts spamming. Doesn't connect onto anything. Nade goes deep, but again, not really effectual. And neither's that grenade. Aurora might just be looking to hightail it in towards this A bomb site. Boy needs to be on red alert. Wakadia clearing his angles. Flashbang, good swing. Even better out of Boy, and he's ready for more. Spray, immaculate until he runs out of ammo. Then Torres will trade, but he lives only on a sliver. The Jim Fat Lurk can't find anything. This is a clean gun round out of Echo.
Just looking to get direct with it for Aurora onto this A site. Doesn't pan out at all. We'll see a bit of that Boy that we have spoken about. The Torres get boosted up, but he has 2 HP. If he is patient here, he might find what he's after, but Salazar seems to be aware of it, and he's a little bit quicker. Now you know where Walczaki was. This flank in from Leaks will confirm the round, and they only lose the 1 player.
Yeah, I love that. Really good from Boy. Drops the flashbang that isolates the players. They're able to get a free kill on Wakadia. And if he had an A4, he would have had more bullets, and that certainly would have been the triple onto Xantares. Regardless, you take that all day long if you're Echo. Very clean round. They wanted to go into A. Now it's just a reduced buy, but it's quick. Out of Aurora, Nikki B's got to put the smoke in. Like the idea of that nade, that stops them up, but they try to go around the corner in towards Temple. Kixan will find Salazar. Iceberg now needs to reposition. The bomb is so far away from this fight, but Boy will try and take the fight right to them. 2 players. Still on this B bomb site. A third one rotating over. You do not have to commit into this, and I like this out of Jimmy. It's actually not him that even gets the kill. Are you ready for Leaks? Yes, a jump round the corner. A great trade out of Walczaki. This round is going swimmingly. Right now for Aurora, Nikki B thrown into the clutch. I know exactly where he is. And Walczaki is already on this flank. So just as we're praising Echo, we get shut down by Tech Nines and a bit of a pace change from Kixan.
Yeah, I really love that. Just wrapping around and just pausing a bit in Temple. I think that little delay after you get that first kill, and you got such an outrageous amount of space once you get that kill on the first player in towards Temple. They can just sit, wait and see what the response is, and they get 2 punishes off the back of it, right? So this is that first kill coming through. Here's that punish, and here's the next punish. Just patience, waiting for those moves, because you know Echo, they're going to have to make that next move. They need to find an extremity to push. They need to find some space. And Aurora just wait for it. They walk into the net, and they are caught. And Aurora are favored by stake to take Anubis. As a reminder, guys, we've got a special promotion on Echo. Star 35 is the code. 4-letter word. Deposit $20 and you get $5 a day for a week.
Oh, this timing is really good. Iceberg drops a nade, but it goes deep. Doesn't quite land on Xantares. Xantares is now through, but I think Iceberg heard the headbutt. That incendiary just did connect with Xantares. He's still going to creep up in. Kixan now taking the space. Spam, brilliant. Onto Iceberg. They're in B. And if you Echo, this is going to be a tricky retake if you do decide to go for it. A couple of kits, sure, but no real space to get involved. Jimfat, this time his lurk timing through B main was very good indeed. Swing out there, just aren't ready, and the adjustment onto Leaks' head is pristine. You can't go for this one anymore, Salazar. You and Boy have got to save.
Yeah, I think Salazar should be avoiding these players, maybe. Boy might not be so lucky. Kadir is coming his way. I think Walczaki will take him out. We'll see how that plays out in a second. Boy fighting for his life. He'll lose it. Salazar just about holds on. So the AWP will go into the next round, but that's about all you take. Aurora, great time to bring out that split in towards B. Just only the one defender there. Feels like the overcompensation comes from Echo after losing mid the round before. They got a lot more focus there, and Alright, just find this gap. They find Iceberg, and that's the map. Or that's the site and the map. Going well for them.
Yeah, they just hit the good timing because Iceberg isn't expecting them to be actually in their smoke. So that's why the incendiary and the nade are being dropped deeper in towards the canals. Salazar on an 8 KD. Doing his best Santaro's impression. And meanwhile, Magic and Gentlemates have kicked off on the B stream. Magic have taken the first 2 rounds there. Oh, there is Cash. Gentlemates picked Cash into Magic.
Okay. Yeah, they've actually been looking alright on it, haven't they? Boy, that is not going to be a Zeus kill for you, I'm afraid.
Hi, guys.
Orp is here.
Yeah.
Yeah, Salazar is going for the big highlight. Oh, nice shot. Now the highlight. It comes. First kill. Looking for the second. Oh, not quite delivered. Santares denies its Iceberg's chance, and he's not quite known as an AWPer. Santares just dismantles everything. There was a second there. A real second. If Salazar gets that second kill, that round gets very interesting.
Yeah, there's a second of high cortisol for Aurora, and then Zantares just kills them all, and it's all fine. You're back to chilling again. Leveled up scoreline. T-side now looking to take a much better shape here for Aurora. Arcadia yet to get a kill, but that's fine. Zantares and Walczaki are doing a really good job. B forced back out of middle by the utility. Zantara is still interested, very much so, in towards middle. X-Ray felt deceptive. It's a deeper line that Leaks is adopting.
I'm just going to park up. This is the sort of setup they went for in that round where Aurora just went on towards B. Not getting any contact early. They start to go looking for answers and might not like what they find. At least that trade does come pretty quickly from Leaks. Still, a second body here. They want to re-aggress this. Being held for so many players and, oh, trades are perfection. 3 on 2. Wants to be the play here. Boy, he's going to step through. Looks like he will. Trying to punish. He goes down. Now you can just accelerate into A. You should know Iceberg's a speed player, but I guess with Arcadia walking through dark, you just go back and go to B.
Yeah,
or you just kill him.
Holding. Yeah, nice. You got to be ready for anything, especially against Echo. Love that out of Walczaki. Just takes an extra half second just to manage that angle. Brilliant trades in mid. And I still rate the idea for Echo. I like the idea of swinging that and trying to catch Aurora off guard. The only issue for them is that Aurora were not caught off guard. Brilliant trades coming through from Jim Fat. And there's the hold for Walczaki. Always ready as they step into the lead. A Nova. Unlucky.
Aww, I loved that. That was fun. The flying Nova. Okay, he's going on a search elsewhere this round. Towards A main. USP firing off. I think with this sort of space and that kill, he should be able to avoid this M4 without too much of an issue. Wikadia's already taking deep space. He's up towards pillar. Bomb will move over to join him. This will be 5 on the board for Aurora. Leaks will just hold the M4 for the next round.
Ever since this Tech 9 round, it's just been wave after wave of pressure from Aurora. Obviously, this round didn't feel like there was going to be too much in it for Echo. Just on the exit. Lineup brilliant. Leaks, is he going to hold on to this M4? Maybe he can hold on to an AK, but Walczak's already spawn. Oh, Arcadia dealt with. You can afford to hunt him, and Xantara's will. Everything dropped, no AK saved, another repurchase, and now has to come in for Echo. And Aurora are well on the way to potentially knocking Echo out of this in 2.
Just a bit of a slow start to the half, but now they're really warmed into it. Salazar's going to take that AWP over to A for an aggressive stance. Early pressure at B. Seeker is searching, hoping the smoke might give him the chance, and it does. B caught over the top of it. And then, boy, starts to get active. They're getting picked apart now.
Wow.
That one cross smoke really enticed Echo to take some peeks rather than blocking, and Walczaki just sees that as an opportunity.
Yeah, this was the simplest round out of the whole lot for Aurora. That was Walczaki search on one extremity, Arcadia hold for another. You know there's going to be a reaction one way or another. And then Arcadia just steps back in just to make sure that Iceberg can't get up to any antics. Salazar 1v5. Is able to get rid of Walczaki. I know some of these players were a little bit further away. Definitely isn't ready for Arcadia to be in his spawn in the next 5 seconds. But he'll move by the angle. AWP should be saved here. And despite Salazar's best efforts, Aurora are about to double the score lead of Echo. Yeah, as said, just ready for aggression. Jimfat on the AWP. Salazar down.
I was jumping
that's how we got
first
the
kill.
opener.
Okay, and the second is just a shot through smoke. All right. Well, I thought maybe they were peeking around the edge of it and giving him little opportunities, but you're just taking liberties.
That's what you want to see, though, out of Aurora. Boy, aggression doesn't work. Spam back from Leaks, not connecting. Iceberg's been found as well by Walczaki.
This is not how you want to force play round to go.
No, this is all falling apart.
Boy, Nova or FAMAS, same outcome, just jumping out through window. Demonstrates himself, courtesy of the bullets of Aurora. Now they're going to torment with a real slow burn to close, but I think this investigation on B should net success. And this push, I'm afraid, probably won't. Arcadia is very locked in on this. Walczaki was a little too exposed, and now Arcadia is like, all right, I can't give up my life.
He did.
Because now it's a 3-on-3. And the bomb's still not down.
Yeah, a little bit further away than they would like. You don't know about CT. Like, you don't know that there are 3 players rotating in from canals. But you do have to pay the Xantares tax. And he hasn't activated in this round yet. Salazar will get rid of Jimfat. Kicksan steps in. Good trade. And still baiting in Xantares beautifully. There's the toll. Leaks now has to try and clutch, and Zantares knows exactly where he is. Another deep nade. That hinders progression. I love this reposition out of Zantares and Kixan. Leaks will smoke them off. He still has to clear all of sight. Then he needs to defuse on top of all of that. He'll tap it. Zantares will start spamming. Kixan through. And it's good enough. Leaks dodges the flash, but can't dodge the bullets. Aurora are able to make amends of the situation.
Yeah, that sort of smoke really works in the 1v1, but when it's the 1v2, Kixan can just do that. Charge through off the flash. Zantares being a nuisance, tapping over the top, making sure that can't be defused. Still, that one gets a little closer than maybe it should have, given how it started. Aurora get these opening kills, and they take a little bit longer than maybe necessary to actually get into that bomb site. But it's all handled in the end. And losing bodies isn't a problem for them at the moment with how this is panning out. The questions now as to why Echo chose the CT start. Maybe because the T side, you know, they're feeling like they can come back. I don't know. Seems like a risky choice.
Well, it looked good when they were 3-0 up.
Yeah, it looks good when you get the pistol round and...
Yeah, just the gun rounds have been falling apart. Outside of that, it is the bigger issue. FAMUS's and M4s don't paint the prettiest of pictures either, especially when you haven't got any block utility. Like, there's a couple of smokes left, and that's it as we cross the minute mark. No incendiaries, no grenades. Zantares, forced forward by his teammates Molly. Iceberg will eventually be removed. This pushing towards mid isn't being accounted for right now. Echo have got a good timing.
Well, Jimmy does look back, so it's covered by Jim Fat. But can he do with 3 players peeking out? He can do it with 1 and get a whole lot of info. Yeah, Wakadi just immediately is like, all right, I'm going to take space on A. Moxie begins to charge back, and Kixan, he'll just sit in towards Canals, so he'll have this coverage of anyone trying to go through main. Moxie can plant for main. Wakadi's already deep mid. The only threat at the moment is storage. Wakadi is forward position. Oh, he's just going to take down 2 kills for free. They got knives out as they fly around the corner. And I don't mean no murder mystery, even though there are plenty of fatalities.
Love that. Tap on the bomb doesn't concern them. They now group up together. Roy anticipating contact and nearly will find Wakadia. That was a cool play-by-play moment. That was sick. Respect. That was all because of Kixan getting all the info as well.
He's who done it.
Did you know, very niche thing, but I saw it on, I don't know, brain rot scrolling. Like Blu-ray, guys, if you're young, you don't know about like DVDs. But for Knives Out, if you took the cover off the smash and you put it on the back, it told you who did it.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's fun. That's really fun. Aurora heavily favored, and it started well into this round. The stakeholders will probably increase in difference. This becomes 9-3, which it started well to become.
It's no wonder that Stake have got them so heavily favored. This has been every gun round being won by Aurora.
So Woxie's having a great time as well, right? Like, so many opening kills.
Yes.
He's going to be dominating that graphic at the end in terms of the openers.
Oh, wow. They're ready for everything. I think that's the best compliment you can give to Aurora. Every lurk timing is working as well. I think Jimfat's had a significant amount of impact. Just patrolling B main. They've been punishing these players, searching for info. Icky B can't do a lot. And his scoreline currently reflects what the state of the game is going to be. Arcadia locks it in. A 9-3 half on this T side for Aurora.
Well, Inferno might have been Xantares running all over Echo, but here on Anubis, it is the entire team running rampant. Walczaki with a phenomenal first half, getting opening kills in 3 or 4 rounds. Just felt like he was constantly finding big impact with that AWP, but they could do no wrong across the entire server. There was that 3-0 start, but as soon as Aurora started getting going, they never stopped.
Yeah, that's 9 rounds in a row. Incredibly difficult for Echo. I think Aurora have learned a lot about the style as CT that Echo like to play, where it is a little bit aggressive. You're trying to get these weird timings to catch off your opponents, but with both players holding either extremity and just relying on Echo making the mistakes, it was incredibly simplistic. That gave a lot of room for Walczaki to work. And it all looked brilliant. Let's be honest. It looked very good for Aurora out the gate. As we come back to the battle together with Stake, Echo on their last legs here. As Aurora only need 4 more rounds to close this in 2.
Going fast, and all the dualies not the same action, but the USP is doing the job. Oh, Kixan, he's showing he can shoot. So Leaks left alone. Not much he can do. Jimfat with a triple kill and Aurora on double digits.
Beautiful. And it's exactly the same pistol. There was another counter flash thrown in by Aurora, which was really nice. Dualies can't get anything done. Echo will hard clear that angle, but as you say, Jimfat and Kixan was able to obliterate. Walczaki with the XM. That's no Nova. I can actually do some damage, probably. Please. Oh, that's missed. He's looking at that like, where's that going then? Oh, straight into mid means straight into the alligator.
He's ready for it. Is there a flash coming from Xantares? Feels like... Yep, there it goes, and there goes Walczaki. Oh, he gets a triple. The auto shotgun feasting in middle. How often do you see a triple kill against a 4-spy? And how often do you see a quad? Can we get an XM ace?
Go on, give him the ace.
An XM ace is possible, but he's looking the wrong way. Can Xantares get the spot? Okay, The ace is on. That's a fantastic deagle kill. And now Walczaki can be given the opportunity to get the XM ace.
What a shot.
He's slowly encroaching. Here it comes. Oh, all 5 to the XM. Walczaki's absolutely over the moon. That never happens. I don't know if there is even any that have ever occurred in professional Counter-Strike.
There has to be some. that is probably Walczaki's greatest achievement in his career to date. An XM ace.
Against a full force as well.
That's a
He's
joke,
loaded.
guys. Before you get on at me, that was a joke. I laughed as I said it. Please don't hurt me. Lorgar, thank you. We're providing the official PCs for the event, which Aurora very well might play on. Jimmy dealing with the pressure at B. Salazar's there with the trade, and actually 2 players now dead in the water. Wicadia can't find anything either. This is looking a hell of a lot better as Xantares steps in, spotted in towards the middle of the map. I will get planted. 2v3.
Searching, but Flames keep him at bay for the moment. A lot of utility and a kit available. Another bottle lands in front of Xantares. That's the majority of the util expended. It's like Xantares, it's onto him now to start taking the space. Can't get that first kill. Walczaki, well, he's just earned this AWP off his ace. So he's going to happily hold on to it if he's allowed to. Echo get a bit scrappy with it, just looking for these engagements, and they managed to force their way into this bomb site.
Terrorists win.
Love to see it. And that's nice. We need that little bit of fight back out of Echo. Isn't going to be... Actually, it's fine. Like, you can drop everything. You can have a FAMAS on Kicksan. Really not the end of the world. Can Echo make a comeback in this? Win this, break the money. 11-6. Scoreline looks a little bit more respectable than it currently is. Walczaki has a chance. But can't connect. He'll reposition. Have a shot over towards main, but it doesn't happen. Still 2 players here. Baited in perfectly is Jimmy. Kicksan then swivels on the angle. We'll just drop a smoke.
Actually allows this bomb to get away. Salazar was kind of stuck in the corner there. I think he was worried about a swing coming his way. Obviously, Aurora thought there was more behind it, but they are going to reroute and come back here. This double peek looking fantastic. As the trade does come through. In fact, under pressure, they start to move in. Can't get his kill onto Salazar. A lot of damage. Bomb to be planted, 2-on-2.
Yeah, definitely go for this. You've got a lot of util as well. If you're Xantares, immediate reposition over to main. There's no smoke that can block them. Arcadia scavenged a flash. And they've now already just cleared out everything. So this feels pretty okay, actually, to be honest, the situation you're in. If you're Aurora. Bomb not planted for Con. Cleared out pretty decisively. Tap on the bomb. Swing back. Xantares just going to pretend to stick it. We'll get another kill. There's one more player there, but Arcadia provides the cover. And Aurora doing enough on this retake. Just about to get that defuse. 0.632 seconds remaining. That gives them 8 chances to close this series in 2.
Beautiful sort from Xantares. Thought he was going to stick it out the gate and rely on Arcadia for the double kill, but perfectly calculates the precise seconds. This time, the retake comes through. Nice proactive swing in towards Canals as well. 8 chances to close. An AUG for Leaks. Sorry, as Krieg. Yes, that every day. So you want to take this long-range duel in towards Dark? Is that the intent here? Well, Smoke's going to make that hard. There's a crunch coming out. Flashbang, fantastic, but there goes the Krieg. Right. And this is a great angle from Xantares. Just gets himself a freebie. Boy will skirt past. Can he actually get anything from this? Xantares is trying to jiggle. Play a main, but again, okay, it's Kicksan that comes back for that clear. All bases covered. And now both these players stuck in front of main. Warp's going to come around, and Walczaki's just going to get onto the line. A Krieg ace to close required from Leaks. Oof, that's one way to get started, but Walczaki there to close it. And Aurora, it's an emphatic victory here on Anubis. A team effort after Xantares stomps them on Inferno, and they go through to the deciding game.
Yeah, they'll play HOTU. I mean, look, really impressive map out of Aurora when you consider the way Inferno looked very rough around the edges.